in Perth, Western Australia. And unfortunately, as you can see, I'm in the van, but I wanted to jump on and say a quick hello. As always, wanted to thank anyone that's jumped on the channel, loving my little YouTube journey, sharing little bits of my passion. We're touching on the kids Shimano Minnows fishing comp. As I said, go and check out the Women's National Fishing League on social media and the Australia's Reel Gauntlet, which I'm involved in. And now we can let our children join the competition, so it's really super exciting. In the next couple of months, we're going to start fishing hard. Today looks absolutely magical locally. I was really lucky yesterday, got to go down to some local reefs, but low tides, I can tell you, I am over the low tides currently. We have low tides in the afternoons, and they are just not working for me. There was no water around the local reefs, so actually my surface it was that shallow. I was actually catching the reef line, the top of the reefs, with my surface lures. So that's when you know it's super low tide. We had a 0.3 yesterday. The wind just literally glassed off yesterday afternoon. I was watching it all afternoon as I was driving home. I checked it when I stopped. I checked it after I picked up the kids, and I'm thinking, well, this wind, it was sort of in that sort of 10, 15 kilometre range. I took down the boy. We had he's really getting into his fishing now too, which I'm absolutely stoked about. He's loving throwing surface lures around. He actually likes watching the lure work through the water, and he's picking up some techniques. He's twitching it. He's doing a few hops. So we had a really good fun time on the water yesterday. Although we didn't catch any fish, and again, those low tides they're not working for us. It's just not enough water. So as I said, today looks horrible. No, it doesn't. It's absolutely. I think I'm just looking down at the river at the moment currently, and it's a glass off. It's an absolute glass off. So if you are able to get out on your boat this morning, or head to a local Rockwall marina, I think you're going to fare very well. The local beaches are still pretty heavily weeded in spots. Still got a fair bit of swell as well that's still pushing through, so be very mindful if you are looking at hitting a beach. I'd probably, again, suggest that this time of year, your local rock walls, your marinas, the river, tons of options. I mean, we're truly spoiled over here in Perth, Western Australia, to actually, the amount of options we have is just incredible, so we are very, very lucky. The weekend, well, it's looking pretty damn average again in Perth. It seems to be, every week it's a carbon copy. How you going there? Happy, what are we? We're Wednesday, midweek. Wow, the week's going fast, and we're in August. I actually was just talking to Brendan from On Point Adventures, and we both agree that August, as we're getting older, we're over winter. I mean, you can catch some quality fish in winter, but we are absolutely over winter, and we're looking forward to a change. But as I said, I can see the sun already appearing here in Perth, West Australia. So I think we've got 3 weeks maybe, and then we're going to have early sunrise, which means myself personally, I can get down the water before work, which I'm absolutely frothing, can't wait. My daughter is super, super keen, as well as my son, to join the Shimano Minnows comp. As I said, anyone in Australia, you can get your kids fishing, competing. As I said, check out the Women's National Fishing League on social media. And it said, if you're any men out there, you can join the Australia's Reel Gauntlet, fish for your state. It's real good banter. And now that we can fish as a family and compete, I'm super, super stoked. But just touching on the weekend coming, it's looking very, very average. Full moon, so I think the river would be somewhere you want to be looking at putting some time into. You're going to have lots of crew chasing the mulloway. Now, there has been some very good mulloway in the Swan River. It's been a pretty good year, but I was talking to someone, Tucker West, just the other day, and we both sort of agree. I feel like the TikTok generation, there's just more kids fishing, which is absolutely fantastic. I feel, there's a lot of negativity towards social media, and that there's some fair points to go along with that. But, we're getting these kids, through social media, through TikTok, they want to go and fish. They see some of the people that they idol, some of the people that they watch on YouTube, etc., and they want to go and have a crack. And obviously, working in the tackle industry, it's super clear and easy to see that there is definitely more younger kids. Hey, how you going there? Double up, Carter. How are you? I'm good. I'm just, I'm actually sitting in the van. I've got half an hour before I have to get out and get on the tools. I'm looking at the Swan River, Perth, Western Australia. It is absolutely glassed off. Today is the pick of the day. So if you need to go and have a fish, go today if you're over here in Perth, West Australia, because it looks absolutely sensational. How you going there, kids? Rock. that is a cool profile name. How are you? How you going? Happy Wednesday. Oh, it's killing me. I want to fish. Working near the river is just no good for anyone that likes fishing. I should bring the rod. I should be having a crack now. I'm just, it's frustrating. I can't fish. Really, really frustrating. You wish, yeah. Come over. We Australia. Essentially, Australia is an island. We are surrounded by water. There's so many fishing opportunities in Australia. I'm biased, but I strongly believe that Perth, Western Australia is the best fishery in Australia. Now, I challenge anyone in the comments to disagree, but I think Perth, Western Australia as a whole, has the best fishery. As I said, I'm currently sitting in the van, getting pumped, getting ready to go work on the tools, but I'm looking at the river, and today is spectacular. It's absolutely, the sun is appearing, and it is going off. Do I know who Emma is? Who's Emma? I know an amazing Emma who fishes in the Northern Territory. She's also involved in the Women's National Fishing League. I'm pretty sure she's on social media. She's an absolute amazing angler. So I do know an Emma, and she's an absolute cracking angler. But yes, as I said, it's really hard to look at that Swan River. The weekend, who's going to fish? I don't know. I don't even know if I want to fish this weekend. The weather looks absolutely rubbish in Perth, Western Australia. I think we have got the full moon. I do like fishing the lead up to the full moon. Sydney is the best city in the country. Look, as I said, I think everyone's entitled to their opinion. I think Sydney is a very iconic city. Absolutely. We have the chat logs. Not too sure what you're talking about, Chris. You might have to give us some more info. Yes, no, Sydney is a very iconic city. It's a beautiful city. The Harbour Bridge is obviously a massive landmark, as is the Opera House. Do I know Brody? I watched Brody. I think he has definitely brought Western Australia in terms of tourism. He's showcased our amazing state to so many viewers out there on YouTube. I think he does an amazing job. He's a phenomenal content creator. And again, going back onto kids fishing, I think Brody's one of many people that's helped get more kids actively involved in fishing. Melbourne is better. We got the Downing Rangers. Yeah, fair call, Bianca. I'll take. I mean, I'm loving your points. I said, I guess we're all biased, with where we live. Hang on a second. I'm just going to put someone in a timeout because they are making some weird comments. So he's in a timeout. That's all good. I love that you can put people in a timeout. I wish I could put my kids in a timeout, but they're too old these days. Never been to Perth before, but I would love to visit. Yeah, come over. Absolutely. Send us a message. We can meet up and have a fish for sure. All right, I'm going to read your long message, Bianca. What are you saying? A really good location is Halls Gap, which has lots of Indigenous ancient sites. Cool. Which is the First Nations people's honourable, respectful, and wherever you're in Australia, there are true for. Yes, I totally agree with that, Bianca. Wherever you are in Australia, there is obviously we need to acknowledge the land that we're currently living in, and I absolutely respect and appreciate that. That's 100% true. Thanks very much for sharing that, Bianca. Yeah, I just had to put someone in a timeout because some of the comments, I mean, I don't read them all, but some of them are just completely random. So I feel like some of them just don't need it to be shown. So that person's in a timeout for now. So that's all good. But as I said, happy Wednesday, everyone. Thanks for jumping on the live. Just thought I'd quickly say a quick hello. The weekend locally, I said drop your comments below. Who is fishing? I don't know. I like the full moon, the day of it. So we've got moon set and sunrise. I think that's a really good time to go and target some fish. We've got a really good high tide. I think we've got a metre high tide on Saturday morning of the full moon. Got a northeast forecast, so I don't know if I'll hit that, but I do like the high tides. The low tides in the afternoon have been real hard to find Taylor top water. So my boy's loving throwing lures for Taylor at the moment. So I really want to sort of, encourage and nurture that passion for when he's showing interest. I want him to obviously take him out because, you know, the more he wants to fish, the more I'll fish. So I like that as well. But yeah, I think Saturday morning, high tide, full moon. Yeah, I think I'll watch the winds, see what they're doing. And if the wind looks all right, I reckon I'll have a crack. That's a good question, Bianca. I'll have to let me as I said, I'm on Facebook as well. You can check that out as well. If you just look up my name, check out, maybe send me a private message, Bianca, and we'll touch on this off camera, because that's a great question. I right at the top of my head, I probably couldn't say one straight away, but we will have plenty of sites. Send me a message and we might continue this conversation privately. I think that would be the go, I reckon. But as I said, thanks for watching. If you've jumped on the channel, thank you very much. Finally got the cameras, so we will be out when the weather allows. So the kids are both involved in the Shimano Minnows Fishing Comp, which again is run by the Women's National Fishing League. Please go and check out their socials. You know, we want to get more women actively fishing out there in all our communities across Australia, throughout the world. Because, you know, my daughter, she loves fishing, and I want to really encourage and nurture her passion. And, you know, and I'm sure she's the same. She wants to show people out there that, you know, that women can do the same, or if not a better job with anything, and angling is obviously no exception. That's thanks for watching. Happy Wednesday. If you're fishing, I'm super jealous. I wish I was. This river, it looks spectacular. I might just go and have a quick walk on the riverbank just before I head in on the tools. But what a cracking Wednesday morning. The sunrise looks absolutely spectacular. Thanks for watching as always. Until next time, we'll see you hopefully on the water. We're going to try to get down Thursday tomorrow, so we'll see how we go. Happy Wednesday. Let's get this day done. Cheers.